Hi, this video is a Poxi Games free update video. I'll be showing you everything that got updated or added in this new version. As a recap, this is every part that I'll be covering and at what moment they are in the video. So first we have the small changes that still matter but are small and probably won't impact you that much. Then we move on to race, then heist, and finally the new minigame extraction. Let's get straight into it. Small changes. As you know, this part doesn't matter that much, meaning that unless you want to know everything, skip to the time shown on screen. Alright, as you know already, all of the minigames have a pre-decided order. For example, in Poxi Games 2, it was Race, Hunt, Battle, Heist, Lava Run, Pirate, Stonefall, and Speed. In Poxi Games 3, it's the exact same order, except that you replace Lava Run with Extraction. This just means that the things that use this order will be using the new order. For example, the decision donut, this video order, and some other things. Another small addition is that now team captains must type /trigger ready in chat after the end of all the minigames, and I think as well the mid-game break. This signals everyone that their team is ready to move to the next game. Regarding the games, one of them that has received a tiny change is Pirate. You now get 40 points for killing someone and 150 for breaking a spawn instead of the previous points, because it makes it more balanced. And less, oh, I got 4 spawns, I now have the most amount of points. Race update. As you can see, Race just received a new map. It's called Dimensions and it's made by the Lolo guy. So if you despise it or hate the map or whatever, just hit him, not me. I didn't build this, I also don't really like it. Thank you. It has all the good stuff like iceboat racing, tridents, and elytras as usual. In this race, like every version of Race, running on ice isn't allowed. So you can take the old rules and apply them to this map. Doesn't really change that much. Unlike last version, this time Race doesn't have an ender chest at the end, and also Race is now shortened. Not only is the map faster to complete, but the minigame itself only lasts 15 minutes now, instead of the previous 20. In case you want to know, the current record for fastest lap is 2:21 set by me, and the second best is 2:23 set by Lolo guy. I think there's map bias, but we'll see. These were set during the test events, in case you were wondering. Heist update. So here we go, this is probably the biggest update of this version, but it's relatively small compared to the next updates for the next game. So the new heist update is possibly the most complicated part of the Poxi Games 3. It adds a lot of new features, which itself is as big code-wise as the entire game, meaning that the size of the game code-wise has been tripled. First, in case you don't know how heist works, the game works by giving you a pickaxe and a knockback stick, and obviously a place to rob. So you need to make your way into the bank, steal valuables that have their own weight and value, and make it back to the van without dying. You see this thing? I don't know if you noticed, but it's been here since the very beginning. Now, it's open, you can actually go inside. This big building is called the warehouse. It stores the upgrades. You truly want to use them. They give you unspeakable advantages. But before getting the upgrade, you need to get Netherite. How do you find Netherite? When diamond blocks try to spawn, it has a chance of spawning a Netherite instead, meaning that you can only find Netherite where diamond has already been broken. Netherite can't be deposited in the van and has no weight, but it does have a value, so it's just a bonus to have. Once you get Netherite, you have to go inside the warehouse, or other way around. In it you'll find upgrades. These are stored as containers or in containers, you decide. Technically speaking, it's glazed terracotta, but yeah. I'll list what the upgrades do shortly. Sadly for you, this warehouse is abandoned, so a strange entity lives in it. Making noise will get you to stop existing, if you know what I mean. In the new update, there are also new ways of getting points, such as killing mobs or mining the skull shriekers inside the warehouse, giving you 5 and 10 points respectively. Outside of points, mobs actually respawn now. So it's much more difficult to navigate because Obviously there's a lot of mobs, but the ratio of mob spawning is way higher at the bottom layer than the top layer, since there's less people that are going to kill mobs in the top layer. So it's not proportional, it's like a pyramid or a triangle, the bottom layers get the most. Now onto the big part of the update, the upgrades. Each upgrades can get 3 upgrades, so it can be upgraded 3 times, which leads you to get the most of an upgrade. Each level costs more than the previous, as you can see on screen. First you need 1 netherite block, and 4 upgrade blocks, then 4 netherite blocks and 16 upgrade blocks, and finally for the 3rd tier you need 8 netherite blocks and 32 upgrade blocks. There are 5 updates. First one we have is called Death Bonus. Its upgrade block is a green glazed terracotta, which will always be shown on this part of the screen, so I won't be listing them anymore. This upgrade makes it so if you die, part of your value gets added to your points, so you keep your value. At tier 1 it lets you save 5%, at tier 2 it lets you save 15%, and at tier 3 it lets you save 25%. The second upgrade is the damage upgrade. First tier gives you Stone Sword, the second tier gives you an Iron Sword, and the 3rd tier it gives you a Sharpness 3 Diamond Sword. The 3rd upgrade is a value upgrade. Here's what it adds point-wise per each tier for each valuable. I won't be listing it because there's a lot to say, and I don't have that time to waste. So just take a screenshot, or pause. The 4th upgrade is the weight up bonus, or upgrade. What it does is it lowers your starting weight and gives you a buffer. So when you die, you respawn with, or just by going in the van, you have your weight lowered at tier 1, for example, to -5. At tier 2 it's -10, and tier 3 it's -20. Meaning that when you get weight, it just ups it by a bit, meaning that you have 20 buffer weight values which won't apply negative effects to you. Remember that in-game, you won't see the negatives, it just rounds it up to the top, but it is there. The final upgrade is the health upgrade. At tier 1 it gives you 3 more hearts, tier 2 it gives you 7 extra hearts, and at tier 3 you get an additional 11 extra hearts to your normal amount. And that's all the upgrades. To balance things out, when you buy an upgrade, you receive 21 points at tier 1. If it's tier 2 you get 75 points, and at tier 3 you get 250 points. This is because when you're getting upgrades you can't actually get valuables because you're too focused on getting the upgrades, and finding netherite takes a bit of time. So to balance things out, you can actually get points from doing so. You cannot drop items or give items to other players, so you have to be the one with the upgrades and the netherite. The Extraction update. Extraction is the newest minigame. Extraction is a very simple game. Your main objective is to extract at this capture point, or point in general. To extract you need to shift until you reach all the way up, but if you extract you miss out on damaging people for points. In Extraction you only have 5 lives, which is indicated by your XP level. You get 25 points per damage you deal, and 20 points per kills. Extracting makes you gain 50 points. There are 6 rounds total, meaning you face off each team twice. Extraction, unlike all the other games, isn't a 3v3v3 like Battle, but is more of a 2 times 3v3 running at the same time. Rounds have a maximum time limit to around 4 minutes, but most rounds don't last that long. So for obvious reasons, you are asked that once you wipe out the opposing team, you extract as fast as you can so that everyone gains time. Thanks for watching the complete Poxi Games 3 update video. I hope you enjoyed learning about this new version, and I hope you enjoyed playing in Poxi Games 3. Goodbye.